Well, my main achievements with Dost has been to really change the organisation. Dost now is a completely different organisation than it was when I first arrived. We have built a strong team and developed a really respected organisation that is now leading in its field of drug rehabilitation and women's empowerment, from not only in Peshawar and the region, but nationally and now slowly internationally. From being an organisation that was getting close to bankruptcy, we have now brought in over $1 million of new donors.
So this is our Dar al-Shifa drop-in centre, which provides social services, HIV education, HIV protection services for drug users around here, mostly heroin, opium, drug addicts, smoking and intravenous injectors. Assalamu alaikum. Very good, very good. Assalamu alaikum. Key work going on here is around HIV prevention. This is a project we've funded through the World Bank, a governmental project, which to me shows the great role Dost has in matching up the objectives of a number of different donors to actually provide the best services for clients and the needs of the clients. But we also give HIV education, awareness, condom distribution, condom education, education about health and hygiene, to protect drug users from HIV.
My work has been highly rewarding in so many different areas. I've learned a lot. I've learned new skills. I've developed the skills and improved the skills that I had before I came. I have learned much more about the issues around development, the complexity of development that I was very naive about when I first came here. I've learned about cultures. I've learned about people. I've learned about the countryside. I've seen
about yourself.
And I've learned about myself and my family. I think that's the other thing, is that it's been a great development for myself and my wife and for John. We have developed as a family, and we've learned more about ourselves. We know how well we can work through difficult situations and how we can make the best of what we have. And I think, I'm sure that will stay with us for our lives.
Actually, ever since Matt arrived, Dost has gone through tremendous transition. We were in a period of transition when he came, and many things were in the pipeline, but it seems that with his coming, everything seems to be completed, you know. Like we were in a rented building, now we've got our own building. Thanks to VSO for sending us Matt. We now want to have a continuous relationship because our experience with Matt has been very good. He's contributed tremendously to the organization. His coming has been very opportune for us, and he's been a tremendous asset to the organization, and he's fitted in very well with the culture actually. You know, he's sort of taken the culture and he's very easy about everything.
Yeah, it was a question that everybody has raised when they heard I was coming to Pakistan. You must be mad to come to Pakistan. And actually it's a question that's, I think, almost raised more by Pakistanis than by English people. Particularly Pakistanis who don't live in Peshawar. But I found it very, very rewarding. People are genuinely incredibly friendly. I've never ever met anybody whose approach to me has ever been other than friendliness. You know, you go to so many other countries and people are friendly to you because they want to help you, because they want to get money out of you.
It's just nice to know there is someone like Matt around that I can get on the telephone to and say, I'm having a little difficulty here, can you help me please? Yes, he's really great like that. He's very reliable and he's okay to work with. He has a nice expression which he says at least 20 times a day, and I think this makes him a good VSO worker. He says, excellent, excellent, as he walks out of a room. Whoever he's speaking to, he always says, excellent, and I think this way of encouraging your staff to feel that they are doing a good job is one of his best assets.
The great thing about this job is that it has allowed us to spend more time as a family together. Working in Britain, in London, I rarely had time with my family. I saw very little of John. I'd see Rowena just late in the evenings. And this has got a much better work-life balance. I spend more time with my family, and also there's so many experiences that we share. There is, every day I come home and there is so much to talk about. There's so many new things that we have seen and experiences that we share. And by sharing experiences, I think that builds us as a family.
Both of them love traveling, especially in northern area and frontier, and I being from frontier province, plus I've traveled all those areas where they go now, and we do discuss these things. She's a very fine lady, I must say, and I hope when she goes back she will remember me at least, and she will remember Peshawar. She will remember Peshawar.
And I've seen Matt in a different light as well, because he's showing up that he is a really good dad. Our trekking trips have been great fun. I mean, everyone goes, you don't take a 2-year-old up, 4,500 metres, and what do you do with him for 10 days? But as a little family unit, we have a great time. John has a stick, a couple of rocks, he's happy. Recently, Matt went away to the hall for 4 days, and all John kept saying to me is, when's Daddy coming home? Now, apparently when I go away, never asked where's Mummy gone, but when Daddy went away, we didn't hear the end of it. So that is something that's changed. Before we came out here, John wouldn't have noticed whether Daddy was around or not around.
Hello!
We had managed to really put a good face on Islam, to show how Islam is actually a force for good, a force for development. That we have worked with religious leaders in the fatter areas to be active in wanting help and support to galvanise their own communities to fight drugs in a way that almost no other development organisation has managed to achieve. And I think it was this that persuaded Prince Charles and his group to decide to come and visit us, which was a great achievement, and I think has really raised the level of enthusiasm and pride in Dost. I hope that when I leave, Dost will be an organisation that is far better suited to provide long-term sustainability.
नहीं है दिल मेरा उजड़े दयार में, किसकी बनी है आल में ना पायदार में, लगता नहीं है दिल मेरा